Hi folks, I'm Mike, also known as the One Fig Man out on the internet. How many times have you seen a video of figs that go, oh my god, it tastes like, or these descriptions, which I do all the time, show, oh my god, it tastes so much like this and like that, and you get it and it tastes different. So I want to try to explain when people say honey tastes like this, the honeys are like that, or it maybe has a berry-like flavor. This video is for you to explain how or why we come up with these flavors, or at least what I'm talking about when you read the descriptions of my cultivars. So how do you explain to somebody what something tastes like? Imagine you are eating a piece of fruit that was, let's say, an orange. How do you explain to somebody who's never had an orange what an orange tastes like? It's sweet, juicy, it has a little bit of like acid notes perhaps, or tones of acid. Kind of weird descriptions, but how do you get that acidic flavor from the oranges to describe it? And then if you were going to explain orange juice, it may be different from an orange that you eat. Or maybe even a better description would be, let's say you wanted to describe the flavor of an apple. I have this piece of fruit here. It has darker sugars. It's more like light brown sugars or maple flavors perhaps. And it's very sweet. It's a firm fruit. That's how I describe an apple. So, you know, if you were going to describe something that's even more unique, let's say a carrot, a blueberry, a banana, try to think of those tastes and try to explain how they're going to taste to you, how they taste to you. And as we all know, some people like some flavors and other people like other flavors. So you describe a flavor that's a flavor profile the way you like it, or the way you perceive the flavors of that fruit. Now, I make an example of these lollipops, and I think a lot of times people think that we're all dum-dums when we start talking about them. But you know, I have my cherry and strawberry. I have an orange, and this is a great example. This orange dum-dum is a lollipop that's supposed to taste like oranges, I guess. But I will tell you, if I eat this lollipop, it will taste nothing like the orange that we were just describing. It'll have more of a sweetness and candy-like flavor. But now, if you were going to go describe to somebody, let's say, cream soda, unique flavor, how do you describe it? So when we talk about the honeys, we're talking about, at least when I talk about the honeys of the figs, or the honey of the fig, I am talking about the juices that are inside. And if they're thicker juices, it's more of a thicker consistency. That's usually from some of the dehydration of the water when the fig starts to ripen. Or if it's very, very watery and juicy, maybe it's from too much water, or that's just the characteristic of that cultivar. So I welcome you to take a look at some of my fig profiles and try to interpret what these figs are to you, because sometimes they're just a mystery. So I hope this video has shed some light on how I try to characterize some of the flavors. The flavors are all unique. Some start as like green, white sugar figs that are like almost like a guave, and they step up a little more, like almost as if you can take a tablespoon of sugar and dissolve it in just enough water to dissolve it all. That sweetness is a little bit different, and it notches on up to true like bumblebee bee honey, honeybees. That sweetness of the profile that they make, opposed to fig honey, which we just talked about. And it gets all the way to darker sugars, like light brown sugar, dark brown sugar. I've had things that are like molasses. I've had deep, strong berry flavor figs, and they're all different. All these cultivars are different. So when you go through these fig profiles, not every fig will be for you. but take a look at some of the profiles and maybe we'll find some identification of characteristics, or identify some of the characteristics of figs that you prefer. If you find that there's a fig that I'm tasting that you taste different notes, I ask you to please comment below on the different types of figs that you've had, or in the other videos, what it tastes like to you. There are different characteristics based off of fertilization and environment, so definitely watch growing figs in my environment so you can learn more about how that impacts the flavors. But I appreciate you watching, and it's nice to see you guys again. Thanks. Don't forget to give that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. The One Fig Man.